Why do some seniors remain completely independent at 85, while others struggle at 65? You're about to discover the exact 4 daily habits that doctors observe in their most independent elderly patients. Simple actions you can start implementing today to preserve your strength, mobility, and freedom. One of these habits takes less than 90 seconds per day, yet Harvard researchers found it reduces fall risk by 43%. Let me share something that might surprise you about what separates seniors who thrive from those who merely survive. Evelyn, 82, still drives herself to the grocery store, gardens independently, and climbs stairs without assistance. Her neighbor Doris, only 78, requires help with basic daily tasks and recently moved to assisted living. The difference isn't genetics, income, or luck. It's 4 specific habits Evelyn performs every single day, habits recommended by geriatric specialists at Johns Hopkins. These aren't complicated routines or expensive programs requiring special equipment or gym memberships. They're straightforward actions that take minutes, not hours. And the results speak for themselves in thousands of seniors who've maintained their independence well into their 80s and 90s. Habit 1. The morning protein priority. Most seniors eat protein at the wrong time, and it's costing them their muscle mass every single day. Research from Tufts University's Nutrition Center reveals that seniors who consume 25 to 30 grams of protein at breakfast maintain significantly more muscle strength than those who eat protein primarily at dinner. Your body processes protein differently as you age, and the morning hours are when your muscles are most receptive to using that protein for repair and maintenance. The scientific term is muscle protein synthesis, and it happens most efficiently in the hours after you wake up. When you skip adequate protein at breakfast, you're missing the most critical window for muscle preservation that exists in your entire day. This isn't about following trendy diets or complicated nutrition plans. It's about understanding how your aging body actually uses protein. Without adequate morning protein, your body begins breaking down existing muscle tissue for energy, leading to weakness, instability, and loss of independence within months. This isn't a distant concern or something that might happen years from now. The muscle breakdown starts immediately when your body lacks the protein it needs during those crucial morning hours. According to research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, seniors lose approximately 3 to 8% of their muscle mass per decade after age 30, and this loss accelerates after 60. Every breakfast you eat without sufficient protein is a missed opportunity to protect the strength that keeps you independent. Your muscles are literally waiting for that protein signal to maintain themselves, and when it doesn't arrive, they begin to deteriorate at an accelerated rate that compounds day after day, week after week. Kenneth, 84, switched from toast and coffee to 2 eggs with Greek yogurt at breakfast. Within 6 weeks, his grip strength improved measurably, making everyday tasks like opening jars noticeably easier. His physical therapist documented the improvement during routine testing, and Kenneth himself noticed he could carry grocery bags, work in his workshop, and handle daily tasks with confidence he hadn't felt in years. The change wasn't complicated or expensive, just a simple adjustment to what he ate before 9 a.m. each morning. Kenneth told his doctor he wishes he'd made this change years earlier, when he first noticed his strength declining. Tomorrow morning, eat 2 eggs, a cup of Greek yogurt, or a protein shake before 9 a.m. That's it. No complicated meal planning required. If you don't like eggs, try cottage cheese, a handful of nuts with your oatmeal, leftover chicken or turkey from dinner, or even a simple protein powder mixed with milk. The specific food doesn't matter nearly as much as hitting that 25 to 30 gram protein target early in your day. For reference, 2 eggs provide about 12 grams. A cup of Greek yogurt adds another 15 to 20 grams, and you've hit your target with a breakfast that takes 5 minutes to prepare. Keep it simple, keep it consistent, and your muscles will respond within weeks. Your muscle preservation starts with your very next breakfast. Don't wait another day to make this simple change that could define whether you remain independent 5 years from now. Habit 2. The Balance Challenge Routine. When was the last time you deliberately practiced your balance instead of just hoping it would stay stable? The CDC's Division of Injury Prevention states that simple daily balance exercises reduce fall risk by up to 45%, and falls are the leading cause of injury-related death in seniors over 65. Your balance system requires regular practice to maintain itself, just like any other physical skill you've developed throughout your life. Without deliberate practice, your balance deteriorates gradually and silently until one unexpected moment when you step wrong, reach for something, or turn too quickly. That's when you discover your balance isn't what it used to be. And unfortunately, that discovery often happens during a fall that changes everything. The inner ear, vision, and muscle coordination that maintain your balance all decline with age, but regular practice can slow or even reverse this decline dramatically. A single fall can fracture a hip, leading to surgery, lengthy recovery, potential complications, and permanent loss of independence, all preventable with 90 seconds of daily practice. Hip fractures are particularly devastating for seniors because the recovery process is long, painful, and often leads to a cascade of health problems, including pneumonia, blood clots, and severe deconditioning. Research from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons shows that nearly 30% of seniors who fracture a hip never return to their previous level of independence, and approximately 20% die within 1 year of the injury. The tragedy is that most of these falls could be prevented with simple daily balance practice that takes less time than brewing your morning coffee. Every day you practice balance is a day you're actively preventing a fall that could end your independence permanently. Brenda, 81, stands on one foot while brushing her teeth each morning, 30 seconds per leg, holding the counter for safety. Her physical therapist confirms her stability has improved dramatically in just 8 weeks. She no longer feels unsteady when reaching for items on high shelves, walking on uneven sidewalks, or turning quickly to answer the door. The improvement came from less than 2 minutes of daily practice, performed while she was already doing something she does every single morning anyway. Brenda says the confidence she gained from improved balance has made her more willing to go places and do things she'd been avoiding because she feared falling. Stand on one leg for 30 seconds while holding a counter or sturdy chair, then switch legs. Do this once every morning while performing your regular routine. You can practice while waiting for your coffee to brew, during commercial breaks, or while talking on the phone. The key is making it so automatic that you don't have to remember or motivate yourself. It just becomes part of what you do every morning, like brushing your teeth. Start with holding the counter firmly with both hands if needed, and as you improve over weeks, try using just one hand, then one finger for balance, then eventually no hands at all. Progress gradually and safely, but progress consistently. Your balance deteriorates every single day. You don't practice it. Start this habit during your morning routine tomorrow before you forget. Habit 3. The Hydration Timer. Method. Dehydration is secretly destroying your energy, mental clarity, and physical strength, and you probably don't even realize you're dehydrated right now. Researchers at UCLA's School of Medicine found that seniors have diminished thirst signals, meaning you can be significantly dehydrated without feeling thirsty at all. Even mild dehydration impairs cognitive function, increases fall risk, and accelerates muscle breakdown. Your body depends on adequate water for every single function, from regulating body temperature to transporting nutrients, removing waste products, maintaining blood pressure, and lubricating joints. When you're even slightly dehydrated, all these functions become less efficient, and you feel the effects as fatigue, confusion, weakness, and dizziness. The problem is that these symptoms develop so gradually that you attribute them to normal aging rather than recognizing them as preventable dehydration. Chronic underhydration leads to urinary tract infections, kidney problems, dangerous confusion, increased hospitalization risk, and rapid physical decline that mimics serious illness. Many seniors end up in emergency rooms with symptoms that doctors initially suspect are strokes, heart problems, or severe infections, only to discover the real culprit is simple dehydration that went unrecognized for days or weeks. The confusion and weakness caused by dehydration can be so severe that families and even medical professionals mistake it for dementia or other serious neurological conditions. Meanwhile, the kidneys are struggling to function properly, the blood is becoming thicker and harder for your heart to pump, and the entire body is operating in crisis mode, all from something as simple and preventable as not drinking enough water throughout your day. According to a study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society, dehydration is one of the most common reasons seniors are hospitalized. Yet it's also one of the most easily preventable. Vincent, 86, set hourly phone alarms reminding him to drink water. Within 3 weeks, his afternoon fatigue disappeared, his thinking became clearer, and his doctor noted improved kidney function in routine blood work. Vincent had been blaming his tiredness on age and his occasional confusion on normal senior moments, never connecting these symptoms to his hydration habits. Once he established the timer system, he was amazed at how much better he felt throughout each day. His energy lasted from morning until evening. His mind felt sharper during conversations and while reading, and he stopped experiencing the dizzy spells that had worried him for months. Set 3 daily alarms: morning at 10 a.m., midday at 2 p.m., and afternoon at 5 p.m., reminding you to drink a full 8-ounce glass of water. Keep water bottles in every room you regularly use throughout your home. Make it impossible to ignore hydration by placing visual reminders everywhere you spend time during your typical day. Put a glass of water on your nightstand before bed. Keep a bottle by your favorite chair in the living room. Place one on the kitchen counter where you'll see it multiple times daily. Don't rely on thirst to tell you when to drink, because that signal isn't working reliably anymore and hasn't been for years. Treat hydration like a prescription you must follow at specific times, not a casual suggestion you'll get to when you remember or when you feel thirsty. By the time you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated enough that your body and brain are being affected. Your body is likely underhydrated right now. Drink a full glass of water immediately after watching this video. Then set those 3 alarms before you do anything else. Habit 4. The purposeful movement pattern. Are you moving throughout the day, or just moving from chair to chair with long sedentary periods in between? The National Institute on Aging's longitudinal studies demonstrate that seniors who intentionally move every 30 to 60 minutes maintain better circulation, joint flexibility, and independence compared to those who remain sedentary for extended periods, even if they exercise formally once per day. Your body wasn't designed to sit for hours at a time, and modern research shows that prolonged sitting causes harm that isn't fully reversed by a single exercise session. Every time you sit for extended periods, your circulation slows dramatically, your joints stiffen, your muscles weaken, and your body begins adapting to inactivity as if it's your new normal state. Even if you take a daily walk or do formal exercise, prolonged sitting between those activities undermines many of the benefits you work to achieve. Movement needs to be distributed throughout your entire day, not concentrated into one session that's then followed by 8 hours of sitting. Prolonged sitting increases blood clot risk, accelerates joint stiffness, weakens muscles, and creates a cycle of decreasing mobility that makes every physical task progressively harder, until basic independence becomes impossible. Blood clots are particularly dangerous for seniors because they can travel to the lungs, causing pulmonary embolism, or to the brain, causing stroke. Both life-threatening emergencies that develop silently during long periods of sitting. Joint stiffness makes simple movements painful, which causes you to move even less, which creates more stiffness, a vicious cycle that spirals downward rapidly once it begins. The American Heart Association warns that excessive sitting is an independent risk factor for heart disease, meaning it harms your cardiovascular health regardless of other healthy habits you maintain, like eating well or taking walks. Breaking up sitting time isn't optional if you want to preserve your independence. It's absolutely essential for maintaining the mobility that keeps you living on your own terms. Helen, 83, walks to her mailbox, does one lap around her kitchen, or simply stands and stretches every hour when her watch vibrates. Her cardiologist noted improved circulation markers and decreased joint pain during her last physical examination. Helen admits she initially thought the hourly movement seemed unnecessary and even annoying. But after just 2 weeks, she noticed her knees felt less stiff in the mornings and she could stand up from chairs more easily without that initial stiffness and discomfort. Her daughter commented that Helen seemed more energetic and alert during their weekly phone calls, a change Helen attributes directly to ending her long periods of sitting in front of the television. Set a timer for every hour during your waking day. When it sounds, stand up and move for just 2 minutes. Walk to another room. Do gentle stretches reaching toward the ceiling and bending side to side, or march in place lifting your knees comfortably. Every single movement counts toward maintaining your circulation and joint flexibility. You don't need to do anything vigorous or complicated during these breaks. Simply standing up and walking to look out a window, getting a glass of water from the kitchen, or doing a few arm circles is sufficient to break up the sitting. The goal is interrupting prolonged inactivity, not achieving an exercise target or working up a sweat. Some days you might do more, some days less, but the consistency of hourly movement is what protects your circulation, joints, and overall mobility over the long term. If you've been sitting for more than 30 minutes right now, pause this video and take a 2-minute movement break immediately. Your body will thank you. These 4 habits, morning protein, daily balance practice, timed hydration, and hourly movement, are exactly what physicians observe in their most independent elderly patients who maintain active, fulfilling lives well into their 80s and beyond. The remarkable truth is that none of these require gym memberships, expensive equipment, complicated routines, or even leaving your home. They're simple, immediate, and powerfully effective habits that fit into the life you're already living. Independence after 80 isn't about luck, superior genetics, or having more money. It's about consistent, strategic daily choices that protect your strength and mobility. Every breakfast you prioritize protein, every moment you practice balance, every glass of water you drink on schedule, and every hour you choose movement over continued sitting, you're actively building the strength and stability that preserves your freedom and independence. Which of these 4 habits will you start tomorrow morning? Leave a comment telling us your choice. Your commitment helps inspire other seniors watching right now who need encouragement to make these changes. If this information could help someone you care about maintain their independence, share this video with them today so they can start protecting their strength immediately. Click that like button so more seniors discover these research-backed habits, and subscribe for more practical health strategies designed specifically for our generation. Your independence matters more than anything, and these 4 daily habits are your proven blueprint for protecting it for years to come.